Yes.
Who sees what when?
Okay.
And I'm not saying that's all the time.
Yes.
Also, I have a question about when you said you used to be an Uber driver, you see
Yes.
girls in short skirts,
Yes.
they were being harassed by men.
I'm not harassed.
But why is it the women's fault? It's the men's fault for being harassed by the women. It's
Good
not
point.
the women's fault by what they wear.
We have all got girls.
That's what
I've got 3 daughters.
Yeah. And why should it be?
You
So
made a
why
valid-
should I have to cover up for the fault of men harassing me?
Good point. Okay, so I think she made a very valid point there. In Islam, for example, as a Muslim man, I'm told the following. Allah says in the Quran, tell the believing men to lower their gaze.
Yeah.
Meaning the following. We do not have this is a misconception, by the way, that Allah tells women to cover up because men can't control themselves. So just so you know, as a Muslim man, my job is, for example, that I don't care if she's wearing a burqa, I don't care if she's wearing a niqab, I don't care if she's in a bikini. My job is to look away.
Yeah.
Which shows that, but let me tell you why.
Not respect women in every form that they take,
Yes.
regardless of whether they're wearing a burqa, whether they are wearing a bikini.
Yep.
Why should it always be sexual orientated?
Okay.
They should just appreciate the fact that they are beautiful
Yes.
and walk away. There
Okay.
shouldn't be any aggression.
Yes. Of course not.
There should be no feelings of
Yes. Uncomfortability. Of course. Yeah.
unless they're with their partner.
Yes.
Because I've been with my partner for 35 years.
Yes.
And I know he finds me attractive, lumps, bumps, whatever. But
You're young still. Come on. Well, you're 35 years old. Come on.
I'm loving that. But I have young girls,
Yes.
and they should not feel that when they go out anywhere,
Yes.
that they should edit what
Yes.
they wear because
Okay.
that there are people like that who will discriminate against them,
Yes.
who will treat them unworthy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a religion thing, that's just
Of course. Okay. So can I?
It's not about religion, it's about basic.
No, I know your point.
Can I just so we just get this misconception out of the way. I in no way, shape or form said how a woman dresses, how she should be treated. I never said that. In Islam, as a Muslim man, for example, I am told, for example, like I'm here, I do preaching. Sometimes come across girls who are dressed up in a certain way, I try to look away. Why? Because I don't come and say, she's dressed up in that manner, she deserves that. That's not our religion. Our religion says the following. It's a pragmatic religion, it deals with reality. Now, would you agree with me if I said to you, have you been catcalled before?
Yeah.
Have you been catcalled before? Like catcalled? Like whispering, like hey... Okay, good.
I agree. The Quran
Can I-
No, let it make it. You'll make it.
Muslimism is that women are an object.
Okay.
They should not be respected and they
Okay.
should be covered up.
No, that's...
No, I'm not saying that that is true. I'm saying
Yes.
that may be a misconception.
Okay, so if I can just answer that.
And I know a lot of young women who are follow the Muslim religion,
Yeah.
and they are very proud of that.
Yes.
And that is not, that is their religion, and that is fine.
Yeah.
I respect religion.
Yeah.
However, I do not respect men who feel that women should be oppressed,
Yes.
whatever their religion.
Yes. So
But I do feel that the Muslim religion is targeted because of ISIS, because of the Taliban.
of course we have bad.
But they are extremists, so I get that.
There's extreme in all faiths. We have the
There's
KKK.
extreme in all religions.
Okay.
I do not agree with women's education, which is totally against my ethos.
That's against Islam. Many of the wives of the Prophet were educated. I just want to touch upon something. When I talked about being catcalled, now in the workplace, do you know before a man can interact by touching the shoulder of a woman or the knee? Do you know there are now protocols in the workplace that the door has to be open, and myself, for example, I'm not allowed to shake a woman's hand.
Yeah.
Neither is a woman. You know why? Let me tell you why not, sister. Because to us, what Islam does is it gives a solution to the problem. It says prevention is better than cure. How many women with the Me Too movement was complaining of men touching them in the once? Can I just?
But in their religion, it's a respect.
Yeah. So if I just make this point, the point I'm trying to make is the following: prevention is better than cure. The Me Too movement would have never happened if we had a protocol where no man in any form should be touching a woman. So we say the following: in Islam, I will teach my sons, no matter how a woman is dressed up, you do not look at her in a sexual objectified manner. Now, Islam also deals with a real issue, which is what? Are men attracted to the opposite gender? Yes, they are. That's the reason when I talked about catcalling, 95% of women in this country in one way, shape or form have been sexually harassed. So we say that Islam says the following. Islam wants it to be that it shouldn't be like that, but it deals with the reality. There are evil men out there who have evil agendas. Now you have a right and say, well, why is that my problem? You're right. You know that woman who got killed in South London by the police officer, yeah? Islam says, by the way, in an Islamic country, that cop will be hanged. He'll be hanged, he'll get the capital punishment. So in Islam, we hold women in high regard. When I met my wife, we don't do sex before marriage. I had to speak to her father. Now, in today's time, I've been a lad before. I used to go clubbing, partying before Islam. When my friends would, or some of my friends would go with a girl, yeah, you get in there, and he would come and I felt that so degrading to a woman, that a man is there with the wrong intentions, gets what he wants and leaves. Islam says no, a woman is delicate, she has a soul, she has more to offer than her sex. She's not a sexual object. So they are delicate, come on. My wife is very delicate. My wife is very delicate.
Women are also very strong.
Oh, of course. I believe you guys are mentally stronger, we are physically stronger.
We are way stronger than men.
Psychologically, yes, but not physically.
But I feel like this is a feminist argument rather than a religious.
Exactly,
Absolutely a feminist.
So, yeah.
We might not get to the point.
Exactly.
But it's a feminist thing.
Yeah, exactly,
rather than a religious thing.
So what we say is we don't treat unequal things equally.
No, I know.
So to me, sister, when I met my wife, I had to speak to her dad.
Yeah.
Yes, do you know why? Because a man knows a man. And are you married? Boyfriend? Okay, so your boyfriend, if you have a daughter, the moment your daughter brings home a boyfriend, he's going to be uncomfortable. That's his male nature to protect her. That's normal. So, for example, the argument I'm trying to make is the following. The argument I'm trying to make is the following: is that Islam has protocols in place to protect the woman's well-being. Because there are many women who go into a relationship, get used, and they can't trust anymore. They have no security. So Islam says, number one, if you're serious about a woman, you speak to her father. You give her a dowry. Do you know what a dowry is? Yeah. Okay, so for example, when I married my wife, she told me I have to buy her some gold, some money, but she gave me a payment installment that I have to pay her, yeah? That's her right. Why? If, for example, I decide to leave her, she has some kind of security. Not like these deadbeat dads. I have to give her a wedding, and guess what? I pay for the rent, the shopping, tax, electric, gas bill, everything. Even if my wife is a millionaire, Islamically, I'm not allowed to touch her wealth. So do you see the misconception that people make?
I know,
So that's what it is, sister, in a nutshell. But if you have any questions, do you have any other questions or misconceptions about Islam?
How many wives you are allowed to have?
We are allowed to have 4.
4 wives?
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
What about your wife? How many husbands?
Very simple. Let's talk about that. So my friend here thinks he's bringing an argument.
I'm from Islamic country.
One second, can I speak? Can I speak?
So many people.
Can I speak?
So many girls.
Can I speak? Can I speak?
No,
thank you.
Speak.
You've already spoken. Anyways,
No.
He talked about polygamy. He said, why does a man have 4 wives? Very simple. Very simple.
You are not allowed to have this conversation in that country.
I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, can I talk?
Go to other countries.
Do you mind if I talk to them?
Go to Middle East and talk about Christianity.
Thank you. Can I talk to them?
You are free here. You are talking about Muslim.
All right, thank you. Can I talk? All right, thank you. I'll talk to you after. Why are you having a go at me? I'm not Iranian.
I think you are talking about things that are not right.
My friend, can I talk?
You have to be there.
Anyway, I'm so sorry.
Going on.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, come. No, go. Come here. Where you going? You coward. You boy. You coward, run away like a coward. You coward. You see that? He's a little boy. You can't deal with it. 4 wives, bruv. You probably cheating on your wife, you coward. Living joke about. You probably don't even have a wife. That's why you're crying, bruv, little weasel. Living desperate. Anyways, have you read the Quran? Can I give you one Quran?
I don't want to Quran.
Oh, you broke my heart now. I'm very delicate now.
It might be the best.
I'm too feminist for the Quran.
Nah, trust me. You love the Quran. But anyways, guys, that was a nice dialogue we had. But thank you, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jabi, bro, be on the ball, please, bro.